Alright. We have everything nice and fixed now. And that'll be the last time that we'll be refreshing tonight. I promise. But you see Wes Wiggin, our leader right now, Peyton Hubbard, Jeremy Vaughn, Cody Anderson.
Light you back on the pace car. We're not
Pace
going
truck
green
is
this time. We
going
are not
around
going
another
green.
time after this. Looks like we got extended a tiny bit. See Wes Wiggin, Peyton Hubbard, Jeremy Vaughn. And now, if you're a driver that gets in an incident, you know, it's really hard to get back up front. I believe that might have been our stage break as well, since we're now eclipsed lap 40. We are back, Chuck. Always good to see you, buddy. Apologize again. It is all my fault. I just can't open Discord while streaming anymore, is what I figured out. But nevertheless, we're going to have a good night. Didn't miss a single thing on track, because I had everything already set up beforehand, so we're all good. But we're ready to get back to some dirt racing here. And I believe Wes Wiggin did win our stage tonight, as our stage break would have been lap 40, and we just eclipsed lap 40, so that caution would have been our stage break right there. So, Wes Wiggin, Peyton Hubbard, Jeremy Vaughn, Bobby All Jr., Daniel Worthington, Thomas Hall, Kayla Steffes, Alex Healy, Billy Bowerman, Dustin Ryan, Stedel round out our top 10. Green flag is back out. You can see all the trucks right now. You can start to see a lot of trucks starting to go down to that bottom line. So I'm starting to think that bottom lane is coming in for a lot of these guys. You can see a lot of cars bouncing off the wall. But it's all Wes Wiggin, but here comes Peyton Hubbard. Oh, we got a caution, though. Not 100% sure where we had that caution. It looked like it was out of that render distance. Daniel Cunningham, but, yeah, not 100% sure where that caution was, but, again, a lot of trucks tonight. You know what, Alex? It is not broken right now. And you can see that there must be an incident right up here as the cars are checking up, so still be cleaning up or something. Can't really figure out where it is, but nevertheless, pretty big wreck it seems like, and our pace car is going to be up there. Wes Wiggins still our leader. And, you know, with such a big field on dirt, this is what happened. You know, just a lot of cautions, unfortunately. But hopefully it gets a little bit better here as we're almost halfway. And right here, it looks like we're seeing pit stops. Unless that was our stage break caution. Could have definitely been our stage break caution, but see a lot of drivers come in and pit. A lot of drivers are probably going to stay out. One of those drivers that stays out, Kenneth McCullough Jr. You know who else stays out? Christopher McCullough Jr. Both McCulloughs on the same strategy, but I think they have dual pit roads, so I think you can enter your pit road on the backstretch, but obviously they're going to stay out. Taylor Wilkerson's going to stay on that 64 machine. John Mollahan, James Silvers, we've seen how fast he's been tonight. Mike Kostek, Lucas Lyons, Sean Kaiser, Barry Martin. All these guys stay out. Billy Bowerman, David Cheech, Jim Kaufman, and there was our leader, Wiggin and Peyton Hubbard. But I don't see Wes Wiggin, and there's Wes Wiggin right there. He is just coming out of pit road, so maybe troubles for Wes Wiggin. Drivers going in pit, but this is where everything starts to get shaken up, is when we have a few drivers that have to go in and fill up on fuel. And again, I'm not 100% sure what the fuel's looking like, so can't be exactly certain if they can make it all the way. And that is right, we are back. We have overlays. It's the best thing we can ask for. I'm not new at this, so please give me a break on the broadcasting side, at least the production side, I promise. I'm doing the best I can. But, you know, you find new things out every single day that can just randomly happen and mess up your broadcast, and it sucks. But you know, I think we've had a great broadcast so far tonight. Pretty action-packed at that, especially out here on dirt. Gotta love the trucks on dirt. Thank you, Chuck. Really appreciate it. And again, thanks for everyone who's tuning in tonight. Really love having everyone out here every single week. Like the pace truck. Gonna be going off this time. He takes that hard left turn, and you know what that means. We got more action, but a lot of action's about to happen here. Kenneth McCullough Jr., Christopher McCullough starting up front. And you can see already side by side, James Silver's right behind them. There's John Mollahan on that bottom lane. He's going to try to make a move here on that bottom side, but it looks like Christopher McCullough up into the wall. Kenneth McCullough going around. There goes John Mollahan around front of the field. Big wreck, Lucas Lyons. Mike Kostek up and over. And this is the big one at Bristol. And oh, man. Cars going everywhere. And oh man, that was big. And one of the first drivers that I saw in this incident was Lucas Lyons. And he took a massive hit. Is right here. And look at Mike Kostek. Right here. Watch this. Billy Bowerman gets underneath that 8 machine. And Mike Kostek goes for a wild ride here in Bristol Dirt. And you can see him still up in the air. There's the 41 of Jim Kaufman. The 24 is going to get involved. And I'm trying to find where Mike Kostek is so we can get a little bit of a better view of this wreck. There he is right there. And that 8 machine doesn't look bad for what it just went through. I'm going to say, I've seen worse. I mean, look at this hit right here. Bang! Up into the air, Billy Bowerman. Look at the 9 truck. Did a great job. Right here, look at Peyton Hubbard. Oh, man, just squeaks by. Look, there's Joe Zallo in that 60 truck. We saw him go around. Not sure if maybe they're... Look at that, they're wrecking behind them, too. There's the 23. You can see them start to sort it out there at the end. But, man, that was a mess. And... you can see right there, again, they're wrecking behind them almost. See if we get into that Alex Healy machine right here. Here's Alex Healy. And you can see this is behind the big wreck. Anywhere than gets the inside wall. Look at all the cars just come in here and stack in. They're still wrecking everywhere. That was a yard sale and a half. And... I want to go to Mike Kostek's view here. This was a massive hit. And take a look at his cockpit here. You can see it already kind of loose. And contact right there. There's James Silvers. Just going to go down and tag John Mollahan that is in the O2. And then right here you see Lucas Lyons nowhere to go. And at this point you're on dirt. So you're just sliding everywhere. Look at this. This is going to be a massive hit here on this inside wall. And then here goes Billy Bowerman. Look at Lucas Lyons up in the air. Mike Kostek up in the air. He's flying, but he keeps his hands moving. And there's a great view of a few other trucks out here on the track. That's the 06. Gene. What a wild ride. But, let me get back out of here on track. And yes, I do get excited. I love dirt racing, man. Dirt racing is so much fun. And, you know, it's unexpected. You never know what's going to happen in these races. And that right there just happened. That was a massive wreck. But both McCulloughs right now on the front row. Green flag is out. Christopher McCullough right now out front. Kenneth McCullough in second, but battling with Sean Kaiser. 55 out of lap 100. That 06 machine was David Sheets, by the way, that we saw go underneath of Mike Kostek, and he's up in 6th right now. David Sheets doing a great job. Battling for first, though, right now, as you can see. A lot of drivers. We got another caution here. Big wreck again. We got another pile up, and look at this. They're still wrecking. And we have another junkyard on the back. I believe that was Bobby Hall Jr. As we have another wreck here. Let's see what we got going on. And man, this happened way ahead, and I see a car around up there. I see one of the first cars. That's Vaughn. That's Jeremy Vaughn right there, so. And maybe a little bit ahead of them. Yeah, Jeremy Vaughn. I think that's the 8 of Michael Robinson. And let's see if maybe get a little bit of a bigger view on this, I believe. Let's see what happened here. So, Jeremy Vaughn is going to go down and tag Daniel Cunningham. And I know everyone is going to say, you know, what are you doing? What are you doing? And it's just so hard to control these trucks off the corners sometimes. And sometimes you just, you know, you overdrive the exit and you turn to the guy in front of you. So as they wreck right there, and you can see this is just going to clog the track. And that's Wes Wiggin, one of our leaders. And a lot of cars. You see Kayla Steffes, Dustin Reinsettle. And here comes the pileup. Jim Kaufman down there. Lucas Lyons again. John Mollahan up into the outside wall with help there from the 42 of Cody Anderson. Look at the 12 drive in and nail Bobby Hall Jr. David Brackett involved. Chad Ross involved. Man, this looks like this is just there's 2 junkyards in a row. Watch this at full speed, and this is how fast everything happens. See Thomas Hall also big hit. Look at this. I mean, everyone just coming in last second and nowhere to go. Look, they're still wrecking here. Yeah, still wrecking. Even way after the wreck. But, yeah. What happens out here. And, you know, a lot of drivers now going to have to go in and get some repairs done if they want their truck to be pretty good. But, I'm now looking at the gaps. Looks like our top 26 are still on the lead lap. Daniel Worthington in that 26th position. He's out there right in front of our leader. Drew Prohl right ahead of him. So they look like they're going to be getting a lap back here. Lap 60 out of 100 now. And I hope that y'all enjoy the broadcast tonight again. Apologies for earlier, but hopefully this makes up for it. We're getting some pretty good action. We had 2 pretty big pileups, I would say. You know, once the track gets blocked, nowhere to really go. McCullough right now, our leader. John Kaiser able to make his way up into 2nd right now. Doing a great job tonight. Kenneth McCullough Jr. 3rd. Barrett Morton up into 4th. Barrett Morton's having a pretty good showing so far. I swear Billy Bowerman has been in probably 5 or 6 wrecks right now. And they're not his fault, but just been involved in wrecks. And he's sitting P5 right now. Peyton Hubbard's in a really good position. If he can make it all the way and he has fresh tires in that 7th place position, but the best position to be in is that 1st place position, and Christopher McCullough right now is that position. And green flag out here at Bristol. As you can see, Christopher McCullough out to a lead. Kenneth McCullough with a pretty good start too. Kenneth McCullough is going to clear into 2nd. Perks of being on the same team and starting. And you can see 4 wide off of turn 2. They're trying to wreck. Saw Dustin Reinsettle maybe get into another truck, and right there looks like they're stacking up. Bobby Hall Jr. is going to go down to the bottom of the track, but looks like they're going to be able to keep it straight for now. Right now, both McCulloughs up front. Billy Bowerman on the bottom of the track looking for 3rd. Billy Bowerman's found speed in that 17 machine, and he's looking good. You can see, let's just listen to these trucks. They sound great here on the dirt. can see already. Here comes Billy Bowerman in that 17 machine, and we got a wreck.
Caution is out.
Not sure where this wreck was. Maybe a little bit further on back, but don't see anything too close to us. But we'll go back up here to the front. What a run by some of these guys. I mean, Christopher McCullough up 11 positions in the first. Billy Bowerman up 24 right now into that second. Sean Kaiser up 28 in the fifth. But, you know, Peyton Hubbard has been really quick so far tonight, too. And he's up to fourth place. So if you're either the McCulloughs right now in first, third, or Billy Bowerman, Sean Kaiser, this is the last guy that you want to see up here right now. And he's going to have the outside here. But, again, both McCulloughs right now are going to be starting first and third. We see how good they work together. They work fantastic together. Here's our weather for tonight, you can see. About hour winds, nothing really too much. 80 degrees outside. Track temp's pretty good for the dirt. I would love to grab a driver, but the last thing I'm going to do is touch my Discord for tonight. At least until later. So, approaching about 30 laps to go. Really the main thing that you need right now is track position. And in the top 10, you're sitting pretty good. I mean, we have a few guys up here. Obviously, the McCulloughs have done a great job to gain this position where they're at. Billy Bowerman has looked very good and is up to second, running that bottom. Kaiser fifth. Bear Morton right now in that sixth place position. David Sheets right behind him. David Sheets. Have a good night. Repping the Wake Forest, North Carolina. Love to see my fellow Wake Forest people out there. Cody Anderson right now in that 8th place position. Dustin Reinstedel 9th. And Wes Wiggins made his way back into 10th, even though you can see that truck definitely looks pretty beat in compared to when it was out front. He has some work to do. James Silver's right now in that 11th place spot. Travis Twitty up in 12th, having a pretty solid night so far. Alex Healy having a solid night. Probably would like to do better. And Scott Fritz in 14th. And we know Scott Fritz, he loves dirt. And right now struggling in 14th. Just not able to get that track position so far. So still a lot of work to do for that 48 machine. John Mollahan in 15th right now. Jim Kaufman 16th. Thomas Hall in 17th. Lions, you can see, with the modified right now. But we'll go back up front. Like pace car is going to be going off here this next time by. And Christopher McCullough, Kenneth McCullough right now. First, and it looks like fourth. Peyton Hubbard was able to get that 3rd place spot. And green flag's out here at Bristol Dirt. Great start for that 1st place, but Billy Bowerman also gets a really good start. You can see Billy Bowerman now into that 2nd place position. Peyton Hubbard into 3rd. Christopher McCullough right now still out front. Billy Bowerman in that 17 trucks look good, but here comes Peyton Hubbard. Peyton Hubbard's also been really fast tonight. A lot of battling going on in the field, and that's not going to work. James Silver's almost making a little bit of contact. There's Wes Wiggin, Dustin Reinstedel, Alex Healy. Here comes Scott Fritz. Scott Fritz, again, one of those guys that we expect to be up front, and I just not been there. Let's see. A lot going on now. Bear Morton's now trying to get that 4th place position, and here comes Billy Bowerman. Billy Bowerman underneath that 04 machine. Side by side, that's down the back stretch. Here they go. Not going to be able to get that position. You see Peyton Hubbard all the way on the bottom, and look at this. Here comes Billy Bowerman, and this is going to be what Peyton Hubbard needs. Well, Peyton Hubbard here make a move for 2nd place, and he's going to stay committed to that outside. And you can see him as Billy Bowerman gets into the 04 machine. And it looks like they're going to be able to get it back, but here's the battle for second now. It's Billy Bowerman and Peyton Hubbard. Peyton Hubbard in that 51. Machines look sharp, but Christopher McCullough's not going to give it to him. Here goes Billy Bowerman. Billy Bowerman into the back of Peyton Hubbard. Sideways they are, but it's dirt, so they can be sideways. And now the top three under a blanket. Christopher McCullough still first. Here comes Barrett Morton. He's into that fourth place position now. Peyton Hubbard peeking inside. Billy Bowerman up to the top. And here goes Billy Bowerman. He's going to have a huge run here. And he's going to go. He's going to almost get into him, but side by side. Going into turn 3. And here comes Billy Bowerman again. Peyton Hubbard's going to try to use that outside. Christopher McCullough still out front. 25 laps to go as they cross the start-finish line. After this lap, as the battle's on for second. Billy Bowerman, Peyton Hubbard. Peyton Hubbard has the run. He's going to be able to clear him down. Here comes Barrett Morton. Barrett Morton in that 9 machine's looking quick. He's up to 4th place now. And you can see Peyton Hubbard, Billy Bowerman all the way up into the wall. But his things kind of calmed down there. Cody Anderson making his way up underneath James Silvers. And oh, there's 23 machine up into the wall. Cody Anderson. Here comes James Silvers on that outside. Kenneth McCullough right ahead of them, trying to hold them both off. Kenneth McCullough into the wall. And now they're going to be 3 wide. Oh, man, almost making contact. That was Wes Wiggin. Cody Anderson able to clear. Here comes James Silvers. Battle. Here comes Peyton Hubbard looking for that position. That's going to be for the first place position. Is right behind them. You see David Sheets, Sean Kaiser, Alex Healy, and Dustin Reinstedt. Battle. This is for the 11th place position. She's only 24, out of control. And man, these guys are going at it. Bobby Hall Jr. kind of all alone. And you can see a lot of cars back here. John Mollahan, Daniel Cunningham, Travis Twittyball battling right now. Still trying to get a top 15 position. Right now, Christopher McCullough all the way down to the bottom of the track with some different lines. But James Silvers makes his way around Cody Anderson. 22 laps to go here on Bristol Dirt. What a show we have. And we have so much more. Here's Peyton Hubbard. He's going to give him the boot. He's going to turn him sideways. Peyton Hubbard's going to go to the lead from that move. And here comes Billy Bowerman underneath the 04 as Peyton Hubbard just shoved him out of the way. Slide job for that 17 machine. Side by side now for second. It's Billy Bowerman on the outside. Christopher McCullough on the inside. And here comes Barrett Morton into the picture. And it looks like that 04 machine's going to be able to clear the 17 of Billy Bowerman. And here comes Barrett Morton. Barrett Morton's going to maybe try to make a move. But here comes Billy Bowerman back underneath that 04 machine. And oh, he's going to spin him. It's the same way he took the lead. Barrett Morton into second place. And oh, that 04 machine's out of control. And here comes James Silvers now in 4th. Maybe trying to make a move. And Christopher McCullough just got to put the same move on him twice in a row. And that's going to put Peyton Hubbard out in the lead. He has a 2.5 lead over Barrett Morton. That's exactly what he needed. Christopher McCullough still not giving up, though, as him and James Silvers now battle for 3rd. You see James Silvers all the way on the bottom, trying to use that banking to help him get around the track, but not able to get past that 04 machine. Christopher McCullough is able to hold him in a 4th right now. Christopher McCullough on the outside, James Silvers on the bottom. See Billy Bowerman falling back here to Scott Fritz and Wes Wiggin. Scott Fritz making his way up 28 positions into that 7th place. Ahead of Wes Wiggin, but Wes Wiggin to the outside now as he's going to try to look here underneath Billy Bowerman. Scott Fritz looks really quick right now. He's able to get that bottom really rotating, but all that grip right now is up on that top line. See Alex Healy trying to make his way back up as he's able to pass Kenneth McCullough Jr. And here comes Bobby Hall Jr. That Kenneth McCullough Jr. sideways. Here comes Dustin Reinstedt now on that outside.
Right, man.
And we got a caution out on track. And oh, it's Daniel Worthington. That 113 machine. We'll see if maybe we can figure out. And it looked like right here, that's Lucas Lyons. And Lucas Lyons is just going to come up and tag him. And look at that happen right in front of your leader. There's Peyton Hubbard right there. And just watch Peyton Hubbard. Look at that. Oh, man. And yeah, let's watch this from Peyton Hubbard. This is scary. I can tell you, there's not a lot of scarier things, but when you're the leader, you have cars wreck in front of you. Sometimes it's just the worst feeling. You have nowhere to go. And let's see if we can do this. Here we go. So right here, You're going to see Lucas Lyon just going to go up into Daniel Worthington. There's Taylor Wilkinson right there in that 64 machine. And look at this. I mean, right here, you just have nowhere to go. And he's trying to turn left right there, but the car's going right. Look at that. And I bet you Peyton Hubbard, if he wins this race, he will tell you how close that was. A lot closer than you think. So, this is going to put Peyton Hubbard first. Barrett Morton second. Christopher McCullough is going to be behind Peyton Hubbard here. And you remember what happened? Peyton Hubbard just moved him out of the way. So, will you expect some kind of retaliatory bump here to that 51 if that 04 machine's able to get up to him? James Silver's fourth, Cody Anderson fifth. Cody Anderson's been fast all night. But Scott Fritz up to seventh. I'd watch out for that 48 machine. A couple more restarts, a couple more positions. That 48 be there. And this is going to be an interesting finish. 13 laps to go. And for everyone here, this is going to be go time. I'm expecting that everyone really pitted. I see the 33 down there maybe trying to save a little bit. But at this moment, you know, it's no holds barred here. I mean, you just got to go for what you got. And as we saw what Peyton Hubbard did, he moved the 04 out of the way. And he got a 2.5, 2-second lead out of that. So, are we going to see these drivers do the same thing here? One thing that you're seeing the drivers do right now under caution, at least see Billy Bowerman and I believe that's Cody Anderson, is that they're trying to push that bank of dirt up the track a little bit more, maybe give them some more grip here under caution. And right there, if you can see right in front of you, you see all that kind of moisture, that black textured dirt. There's no grip there. They've already used it up, so if you're running there, you know, it's just really hard to get the truck to settle in those areas. Now, if you get a little bit below it, you might find some grip, and then up where that's that lighter colored dirt, and then you see it transfer to that dark colored dirt up top, there's going to be a lot of grip there as well. So, remember earlier where this racetrack had, you know, 10 different lines, it's now being confined into almost, 3, defined lines, that is. So, once you get this stage in the race, you pretty much get a line and you have to stick to it. And you have to figure out what works the best. But, pace truck is off here. Green flag is out. Good start for 51. Peyton Hubbard just barely clears the start-finish line. But, got to be able to get up into that first place position. There goes Barrett Morton in second. James Silver's maybe going to try to make a move. Christopher McCullough right now in fourth. And right there, James Silver's underneath. And oh, no, Christopher McCullough goes around. And Christopher McCullough goes around. And man, just could not catch a break. And like James Silver's just kind of went down the track. Go take a look at what brought this out here. And right there, James Silver's hits Barrett Morton. He's just going to go down and tag the 04. It's so unfortunate because that 04 had been pretty quick, and I'm pretty surprised that's what brought out the caution. Oh, man! Well, I lied. That was not the caution. This would be our caution right there. And I see the 64. And you can see them all kind of stacked up and wadded up over here. I see Kayla Steffes involved in this. And this was another junkyard wreck. Michael Cole involved. Kayla Steffes stuck here. Again, not 100% sure what brings this caution out. Right there. Just it looked like it just transpired behind them as we see Drew Prohl. Actually one of the first cars to really go around in this, and there it is right there. Jim Kaufman and Travis Twitty is what's going to cause this. Travis Twitty looks like he either got into someone or he just got loose, and there on a lot of cars are going to get involved in that crash, and that's what will bring out our caution. You can see right there, look at all the trucks, and we're going to line up here behind the pace car again here in Bristol Dirt. 7 laps to go. Really quickly tonight, too. I'll thank all of our sponsors: Red Rocket Building and Barbecue, Butt Kicker, and Bluegrass Power Washing. Thanks to all our sponsors that allow this. And also, don't forget to go pick up your Bluegrass Iracing t-shirt on BluegrassIRacing.com, that is. Pretty cool t-shirts that our owner Jason sold. But 6 laps to go here, Bristol. And what do? You know, I mean, Peyton Hubbard right now is in a really good position. He gets to control the restarts, and we've seen how good Peyton Hubbard's been on the restarts. He's able to get, 2 car lengths ahead of everyone on the restarts. So, I mean, if you're Bear Morton or Cody Anderson, you just have to get a better start, and you have to throw it underneath. Really all you gotta do. But it's easier said than done. Peyton Hubbard, our leader. Bear Morton's going to be second. And look who's in third right now. I actually don't know if he's in third. He might just be saving. But Scott Fritz is going to be up here, man. We'll wait for them to kind of single file out and see where all the trucks are. But Wes Wiggin back into the mix. Bobby Hall Jr. back up into the mix. And 1 to go. And Scott Fritz is going to be starting 4th. And that is not good for this field. Scott Fritz, probably one of the most aggressive dirt drivers here, if not the most aggressive. So, Cody Anderson, again, really good dirt driver up here. Bear Morton's having a great night. Billy Bowerman, Wes Wiggin, Alex Healy up into 7th and 8th, and Bobby Hall Jr.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag back out. Great start again here for Peyton Hubbard. Bear Morton's going to be side by side with Cody Anderson. And you can see now 3 wide right behind them for 4th. Not going to be able to get a battle here for 2nd place. Bear Morton on that outside. Cody Anderson on the inside. But right now it's all Peyton Hubbard.
Right,
and caution's out.
Caution is out.
Let's see the wreck here ahead of these guys. Right in front of them. But this is Daniel Worthington, and it looked like, right there was a car that was low, and that's the 83 of Chad Ross. Like Chad Ross here had an issue. And right there, you're going to see that's the 28. Josh Clement just going to get him. Kayla Steffes, unfortunately, involved in that wreck as well. Peyton Hubbard still out front. Bear Morton, Cody Anderson, Scott Fritz. Order's going to stay the same as we are going to go to some Bluegrass Iracing overtime. Peyton Hubbard has had 2 fantastic starts. And if you're the leader, if you watch the Cup race in New Hampshire, Martin Truex Jr. was able to get a really good restart and able to pull away because Joey Logano had a battle for 2nd place with Kevin Harvick, I believe, or I don't remember who it was exactly, but they kind of got stuck side by side for 2nd. And that's exactly what Peyton Hubbard is doing right now, is he's able to get a good start, but he's able to pull the inside car behind him up. And basically, if they're side by side, Barrett Morton can't move down to make a move. But I think, nevertheless, Barrett Morton would be happy just finish 2nd this race. But if you're Cody Anderson or Scott Fritz, more than likely you don't want to finish 2nd. You want to finish 1st. So, 6th race of the year. Complete drama here. As you can see, Peyton Hubbard working that wheel. Getting all the debris off the tires. Because this right here could be it. This could be our last caution of the night. This could be our last little run right here. So, Peyton Hubbard out of Mocksville, North Carolina, looking to get a win tonight in that 51 machine. He's been bad fast all night. Barrett Morton there in 2nd. Cody Anderson in 3rd. Scott Fritz, 4th place right now. Wes Wiggin made his way back up to 5th. Billy Bowerman. Alex Healy as well up here with Bobby Hall Jr. Dustin Reinstedel in that 9th place position. And Kenneth McCullough's rebounded for 10th. Thomas Hall right now in that 11th place position. And Christopher McCullough back up to 12th. John Kaiser in 13th. Jeremy Vaughn 14th. David Sheets in that 15th position. John Mollahan 16th. Andrew Cunningham 17th. Drew Prohl 18th. Jim Kaufman 19th. And Joe Zalo 20th. Travis Tweedy's 21st. Daniel Worthington 22nd. Neil Steffes 23rd. Josh Clemens and Billy McFarland. And that rounds out your field. See all the trucks lining up. Looks like we're going to get the one to go signal this time. Will this be our last restart? Who knows? Again, thank you everyone who's tuned into the Bluegrass Iracing series, and I make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you all subscribe to get this weekly dose of racing we have. As you see, Pace trucks turning left here. If you're Bear Morton, Cody Anderson, Scott Fritz, what do you do to beat this 51 truck here on this restart? If you're Bear Morton, you're crowding the throttle right now. You gotta beat that 42 to the throttle. If you're Scott Fritz, you gotta push that 9, make something work. Pace truck is off. And here we go, we're back green, and what a start for that 42 machine. Oh, Bear Morton might have missed a shift. It's either that or he had his rear end lifted off the ground and he couldn't make anything out of it. But again, a really good start as you see making contact for third. Peyton Hubbard out with the lead right now. And this is the battle for first. 2 laps to go here at Bristol. Dirt, and they're coming to the white flag this time. And there's the white flag waving. Race is official. Peyton Hubbard in that 51 truck. He's made his way from the back, and look at that 51 truck go. Cody Anderson is not close enough. Bear Morton right now in that 3rd place position. But it's going to be all Peyton Hubbard. As he said, let's get dirty tonight, and he's going to win at Bristol Dirt. Cody Anderson 2nd and Bear Morton 3rd. What a race. Peyton Hubbard's going to pick up his first victory of the season. His 3rd top 5 of the season. Peyton Hubbard is going to burn it down here. Or at least dirt it down. I don't know how you put it, but what a win for Peyton Hubbard in that 51 machine. Knoxville, North Carolina native. Team CFM on the hood. So we're going to play a quick video. We'll try to get our drivers in here for the post race. But before we do that, let's go over our finishing order for tonight. And right here we have the finishing order. Peyton Hubbard's going to finish first tonight. Cody Anderson 2nd, Bear Morton 3rd, Scott Fritz going to finish 4th, Wes Wiggin 5th, Bobby Hall Jr. 6th, Billy Bowerman 7th, Dustin Reinsettle 8th, Alex Healy 9th, and Thomas Hall's going to round out our top 10 tonight. Jeremy Vaughn's going to finish 11th, Sean Kaiser 12th, David Sheets 13th, Daniel Cunningham 14th, Christopher McColl's 15th, John Mollahan 16th, Jim Kaufman 17th tonight, and Drew Prohl is going to be in that 18th position. And we're going to go a little bit down the line here. 19-9 is going to be Joe Zalo. Ayla Steffes is going to finish in that 20th position tonight. Josh Clemens 21st. Daniel Worthington 22nd. Bentley McFarlane 23rd. Chad Ross 24th. Travis Twitty 25th. Kenneth McCullough Jr. is going to finish 26th tonight. Lucas Lyons 27th. Taylor Wilkinson 28th. Michael Cole is going to be our last car inside the top 29. A little bit behind them. 30th tonight is going to be James Silvers. Carlton Charles is going to finish in the 31st position. David Brackett 32nd. 33rd is going to go to Dakota Shepard. Brian Terry 34th. Brian Terry 34th, that is, yep. Michael Robinson 35th. Ronnie Shirk 36th tonight. Mike Kostek, after going on a wild ride, will finish 37th. Jeremiah Hobbs 30th. Stephen Page is going to finish, Ron Marchand is going to finish 39th. Stephen Page 49th. 41st is going to go to Casey Ryback. Eric Dawes is going to finish 42nd, and Justin Winters is going to round out our field tonight. So really quickly, we are going to play a quick word from our sponsors, and we will go ahead and get our top 3 in the booth tonight. All right, so we're back, and we're going to go ahead and get our top three in here. And our first driver tonight, finishing in that third place position, is going to be Barrett Morton. So we'll go ahead and drag Barrett up here into the Bluegrass booth. Hey, Barrett, you got a copy? Well, rounded out this race third again, and I always feel like I talk to you. I always feel like you sneak your way into the top three in these races. And tonight you were able to get it done on dirt, able to get this top three. Looked like you may have had a shot there at the win, but just came up a little bit short. But tell us how your race went, man. Go ahead, Barrett.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
All right, man. So yeah, so this race was. Do I need to pretty much say everything again?
Yeah.
Thanks. All right, so this race was I'm wasn't expecting to finish where I finished. I was kind of just hoping to get a top 10. Was not fast at all. During practice, when the track was slicked off, I was a little bit more confident or whatever because that's what I got more practice time in. And then once I somehow got up front, I think it's only because there was some kind of pit issue or something after the stage, which I really feel for the guys that were up front. But I mean, I'll take it any way I can get it. And just trying to hold on up there and felt comfortable. And then that final restart, I restarted in fourth gear instead of second. So that kind of gave Cody that spot. But I'm glad Fritz didn't run over me. And, I'm happy with third.
So, do you have like any previous experience on dirt? Because I know a few of these guys definitely do a lot of dirt racing, and you were one of my unknowns. I did not know if you did any if you had a background in dirt racing.
Not at all. I played on Xbox once.
There you go. Well, that nevertheless a really good finish. I mean, top three with like little to no experience is incredible, especially when you have to come here. You're not even really full throttle off the corners because it's so hard to get the pedal down. Looking forward, looking pretty snug now in the points. You're in second, and with the third place finish, it really helps you. So, what do you got to do looking forward now?
Yeah, I don't know. Just try to keep doing the same thing and staying consistent and just kind of being there at the end. So if you can just survive most of the race and then start strategizing, again, I would not have been where I wasn't if it wasn't for the whole fiasco after the stage. So, I got lucky there.
All right, buddy. Well, go ahead and thank your friends, family, sponsors, teammates, anyone else you'd like to thank.
Yeah, definitely all the friends and teammates over at JC Motorsports. I feel that they all got beat up tonight. Poor Daniel got wrecked like 4 or 5 times, but it is what it is. Congrats to Peyton. Really like racing with him. And then Spirit Crest Digital, Wax Marina, JC Motorsports, RD Designs. And that pretty much rounds it out.
All right.
Of course, you guys as well.
Thank you, Barrett. Well, thank you again. It's always good seeing you up here in the booth, and we'll see you next week at the Chicago Street Course.
All right, I appreciate it, Mikey.
All right. Barrett Morton's going to finish third tonight, so let's go ahead and catch up with our second place finisher. And we'll make sure that Discord is actually working this time, and it looks like it is. So we'll drag up Cody Anderson up here to the Bluegrass booth. He was our second place finisher tonight. Cody Anderson, you got a copy?
Gotcha.
Well, Cody, saw you go from the front to the back to the front, able to make your way back up to that second place, and you were so very ever close as you had started third there and had got the jump on Barrett, who kind of misshifted. So, tell us about your race there, Cody.
Yeah, coming into it, I had some pretty high hopes of getting a win and a good finish out of it. I was glad that I was able to come back to second, and looking back at that stage caution, there's really not much that I can be mad about because that was on me looking at it. But was happy that I was able to drive back through the field and come back to at least second to salvage a good points night.
Yeah, and I'm guessing the way that you drove the track tonight, you have a lot of, or at least a little bit of previous dirt knowledge, at least racing out here, especially with the trucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you looked pretty quick out there, and Cody, I know you're a little bit back in the points. I believe you do run full time, correct?
Yes.
Trucks. Okay, so I bet the second place finish is definitely gonna bolster your position. You're right now a little bit back, I think, in the 30th position in points. So hopefully this gives you a pretty big momentum boost, especially. So how do you feel about going into the next few races? We have Chicago Street Course coming up next week. Then we go to 2 shorter tracks, Richmond, Iowa, then back to a road course. So what do you got to do here to pick up some pace here, getting into the second half of the regular season?
That's going into next week at Chicago Street. That's road courses are another thing that I feel like I'm better at in the trucks and all that. So going into Chicago Street, I'm hoping for a good finish there, and then Richmond's one of my least favorite tracks, but once we go to Iowa, that's one of my local tracks, so I'm really hoping to have a good finish and showing there.
All right, buddy. Well, I wish you the best of luck for these next few races, and hopefully we get to see you back here in the booth soon. So if you would like to, go ahead and thank your friends, family, teammates, sponsors, anyone else you'd like to.
Yeah, I just want to say thanks to WJM Motorsports. Say thanks to Claude Haggerty, Super Sponsor Man, my main sponsor on my truck. Oxy Green Solutions, Speakeasy Pen Emporium, Ackerman Steel Coating, Garza Law Firm, and WJM Designs.
All right, Cody. Well, it's always good seeing you. We'll see you next week at Chicago.
Thank you.
That was Cody Anderson, who finished second, and again, a pretty good points day for Cody, as he'll be able to get a lot of position off of that. Let's go ahead and pull up our winner, Hubbard. Hey, Peyton, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you're able to get the job done tonight, able to get that win that locks you into the playoffs, which I'm guessing is a pretty big reliever, especially kind of how the beginning of this season has gone. But nevertheless, a very good race overall. We saw you had a pit kind of under that stage break, and very quickly you avoided all the wrecks and made your way back up to the front. So tell us how you did it.
Yeah, man. I mean, and again, big props to all the NLR guys. I know you didn't wait to the end to say it, but without them, I would not have had any of the knowledge of setup that I had tonight. That really, took it out for me. Especially, I think it's just 3 seasons in a row that NLR's taking this race. All this dirt guys is great, but it was it was going good. I mean, I was really expecting like a top 5, but I was able to the stage thing kind of flipped it, and I was like P13 after coming out in front of everybody in front and just took right sides. And that put me out front, but I still started 13th, and it was wreck after wreck, and then finally in that last stretch, it was the 04 in front of me. That incident was we'd go to the bottom, and he just it's like he was just on the brakes, and I thought he was going to roll through, and I just got into the back of him, kind of moved him out of the way, but it was just kind of a speed difference there. But it was just went better than I expected. I'll say that I was not expecting to get a win here. I was expecting to maybe come the next few rounds or so. So.
Gotcha. And last season you picked up your first win week 6 at Coda. This season you picked your first win up here at Bristol Dirt. So definitely at least a pretty good start. And I believe last season you also had 4 total wins. So this season getting your first win here week 6. What do you got to do to keep these wins coming? I know you have Chicago Street Course coming up, and I'm very sure because I've raced against you, you definitely don't mind the road courses. So you got 2 road courses coming up in Chicago Street Course in Sonoma, and then you also have IRP where you also won it last year. So you got a few more tracks that you could definitely get a lot more stage points at and playoff points. So what do you got what are you looking forward to now since you're in the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, now that I'm locked in, I was really looking forward to this next stretch because like you're saying, it's going to be some of my favorite types of tracks. The road courses for sure. IRP is one of my favorites. All the short stuff and the road courses are really going to be where I feel like I can carry the momentum. So we got a really good stretch coming, and let's just roll some of these off.
All right. Well, congratulations on your win tonight, but nevertheless, go in and thank your friends, family, sponsors, teammates, anyone else you'd like to.
Yeah, man. Again, all the guys at NLR. Especially Keith. I know he was gonna race tonight and he couldn't make it. probably if he would have been there, he definitely would have won. But thanks to him, thanks to Jeremy. Wish he could have been up there up front with me. But thanks to all those guys. It was really good. And, CFM, Spy, all those guys, really great guys.
All right. Well, congratulations, and we'll see you next week in Chicago.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right. Well, that is going to round out our field tonight. Peyton Hubbard picking up the win. Able to get the job done here at Bristol. And again, I want to thank everyone for coming out here tonight and viewing and dealing with all of my issues. But we got it to work nevertheless. And we'll be back here tomorrow night on YouTube and Facebook on the Bluegrass Iracing series pages. So make sure that y'all come back here for the Xfinity series tomorrow night. So congrats to that NLR team who was very fast tonight. And Peyton Hubbard able to get that job done. So again, make sure that y'all check us out here tomorrow night on the Bluegrass Iracing Xfinity series. And then don't forget also to check us out on Wednesday night in the Bluegrass Iracing Truck series. So, again, thanks to everyone for coming in here tonight, viewing, sticking around and watching this exciting race that is. There was a lot of wrecks. Pretty awesome finish there at that. So, I wish everyone have a good night, and we'll see you here tomorrow night.